bottom. They don't want nothing. They just want screens. Screens are the best to them.
They are.
And it breaks my heart.
Okay, I think Butler's calling back.
No. Third time's a charm.
All right, we got you, buddy.
Are you there?
God damn it.
Oh, no. Hello?
Man.
Oh, no.
So good.
My
Sorry,
friends' kids love my one wheel. They were riding it around, running the battery out of it, and they're like, "This is the best." And then my son's just watching them.
Okay, Butler, are you there?
They're jaded.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't try anymore.
We're just gonna keep going back.
I won't try anymore.
All right, let's end with this. Daniel told me a story about a mermaid.
Oh yeah, I love
A
this
Russian
story.
Oh God,
mermaid?
who's jacking off the mermaid?
No. This is awesome. Have you seen the story of the mermaid in a Russian mermaid tank? They let him get away with a little bit more over there.
Oh, is this like a
watchy? Yeah, watch this. And a sturgeon, she's going, and the sturgeon's coming by. Boop! And he eats her head.
God damn.
What?
Yeah, hold on. Let me put this up so everybody can see it.
So the fish just bit, which is
Yeah.
weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Weird.
Butler laughed at that.
Wait a second.
That's a test. That's a test. You get him on the line. He laughed at the Jew joke. He's like, all right, we got him. We got him back. All right.
So Butler, how much do you want for your one wheel?
Man, I got a deal. All right, so $600. I'll clean it up. $500 with the blood still on it.
All right, well, I'll take the blood.
Yeah.
Of course.
This guy don't
Own
care.
a piece of me.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Are you serious? For $500? That's all you want?
He might have mad cow though.
I mean, ideally, I was like 6, but if I don't have to clean it up, I'll give it to you for 5.
Hey, look, if you just insist on 6, he'll give you 6. Trust me.
No. I mean, I was going to put it out there. I wasn't really going to buy it.
Insist on 6. You can guilt him into 6.
$500, that's a good deal.
Yeah, say I want 6 because of the way you treated me, and he'll give it to
Yeah.
you.
Now,
Trust me.
they sell these on the Facebook page that we're both a part of. They're always buying and selling
Yeah,
them.
but what's the going rate?
Yeah. I don't, for an XR, I thought it was like $800-900, but I guess
wow.
they've gone down since.
Well, this is the version 1 too, though. So this is like the original tank. You know, it's not exactly a GT model.
Oh, this is the original version.
Oh, that thing's 50 pounds.
Not interested.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasted my time driving all the way out here.
I thought you had a XR.
No.
Oh,
But I do
no.
think he told you that because he wanted you to buy
Stink.
it. You guys are lying to each other. They were lying to each other for years.
Yeah. Every time you saw my version 1, you're like, I got an XR, no big deal.
I'm pretty sure he said that. He just bully you all the time. Put cocks in your wallet. He put pictures of cocks on your dollar bills. Fucking put penises all over your desk.
All right. Well, if anybody wants to buy our version 1 one wheel, what's your email now, Butler?
Email, they can hit me up at tbutler1981@hotmail.com.
I fucking love Butler. tbutler81@hotmail.com.
Yes.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, Happy New Year, man, and get healed up.
Hey, Butler, have you been up to anything? Are you still painting Star Wars stuff and
Going
selling
to
it?
MegaCon.
Yeah. I'm actually I'm going out to MegaCon. I'm just finishing up. I'm actually in my studio right now. I'm kind of working on some stuff. And I'll be having a QR code on me, and I'm taking commissions for if you already have the goods. I'll do all the painting.
You know,
Otherwise,
Mel Gibson's gonna be there.
Yeah,
He's signing autographs with a Jewfish. In,
yeah. I was going to repeat Tom's joke. He's going to hold it.
I just wanted to say Jewfish and Mel Gibson in the same sentence. It didn't even make any sense.
All right. I shouldn't talk about this, but
Oh, you want Butler?
Well, these are my favorite when Tom says I shouldn't talk about
You
it.
can't stop himself. It's like he's pulling his penis out in front of a whole group of nuns.
and I never talk about dreams because they're ridiculous.
Uh-oh,
But
do you
I'll
have
tell
a
you
dream?
what,
I didn't know you had dreams.
I've had one dream, like this was years ago, that I came home and I found my wife in bed with Butler.
This fucking makes
that
so
why I can never
much
get a picture of your
sense now.
Yeah, this does make sense now.
And then I remember I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then everybody was cool. They're like, "What's happening, buddy?" And then
Yeah.
my wife was like,
Oh, they're gaslighting you?
I do see Butler being like why are you overreacting? I just have a gigantic cock.
And then I'm like, "What's happening?" And then him even
And then he got on a
crossed
one wheel. He rode away. He rode out of the bedroom on a one wheel naked.
Well, at least we know he uses condoms.
And then I woke up and I was like, I'm never telling nobody this.
You're like, I'm firing this motherfucker.
Oh my God.
It's nonsense.
This-
It's irrelevant to anything. I'm
This
just
is the craziest fucking show. My God.
well, Butler, is good hearing from you.
Yeah, is it? Because are we going to ever
Yeah,
get to talk
that's
to him
such a dream.
again?
I don't know why that happened.
Butler, he's dreaming about you.
Yeah,
No,
Butler,
no,
this
no,
guy's
no.
having sex dreams about you.
No, we weren't even having sex. I just caught him.
Well,
in
your
bed.
wife was having sex, though,
but-
right?
but he-
Were they in the middle of coitus when you came
He
in?
can't even know he had his T&D polo on. It was just
And
laying
no
there.
pants. No pants. Hairy as fuck.
Yeah.
Porky Pig
Yeah,
in the
the-
polo.
He had a hairy ass. He was pumping her good.
They're just sitting in the bed like
Was his
Willy
tail
Wonka's
showing?
grandparents.
Oh, so they were just taking a nap. You didn't say that.
Well, I don't know. It could have
Yeah.
been like after a nap or whatever. I don't know. It was just, I remember it was like, and they were like, "There's no
So
big
you
deal."
open the door,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there's
No
Butler,
biggie.
and it's Butler and your wife, Willy Wonka style, in the bed.
Yeah.
He's got on a polo with no pants, and she's jacking him
No,
off.
no. It's just they were like, "Oh, nothing's going on." It's
And
fine.
then you're
This
like,
is
what the?
perfectly normal.
And then you're like, what the fuck? And then Butler looks at you and goes, hey, what the? Why
Yeah,
are you overreacting, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, friend.
And then I was like, "Oh, I'm confused."
And what's your
And,
wife saying?
And no, then I woke up and it was just cold sweat. I started breathing like Mel Gibson.
You can see your pussy from behind. That's the best part when he says that. You wear those little outfits. You can see your you can see your pussy from
That's
behind.
impressive.
I'm gonna start saying that to Andrea. I'm like, I can see your pussy from behind.
So I hope this helped you. I hope
We went from sell your dreams to tell your dreams.
Tell your dreams.
And Tom just told us a dream, and I
Yeah.
never even knew he had
It's
dreams.
selling and telling. Butler, you really.
Oh.
Butler
We'll
did
start
something.
with a sell and end with a tell.
Butler was able to do something that's never been done on the show, and he was able to pull a dream out of you. And thank you for
That's
doing
the
that.
true revenge.
Travis, thank you for doing that, man. Love to you and the puppies and to the wife, and we appreciate you being on the show today, dude.
Well, you're very welcome, Tom. I'll see you in your dreams.
All right, I was-
Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend. He's out of here.
You should have him call in during MegaCon.
No,
maybe,
yeah,
Maybe he
yeah.
can get some interesting people for you guys.
So it's weird that Mel Gibson is coming to our MegaCon, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Well,
He's making a comeback for some reason.
but
Well, he's doing the Passion of the Christ.
Oh, that's right.
He's finishing
Forgot
it up.
about
Yeah,
that.
you gotta
So
you
is
gotta
it-
have Jesus come back and smite the devil, right?
Yeah.
So I would assume.
Or is he doing Revelations? What are we doing here?
I could be wrong, but there's no way he's just doing this for the money. He's got enough money that
I think he lost a lot.
he did lose a lot, and obviously he ruined his career.
his net
to a
worth
certain-
is?
But he's still working and doing movies. He did that Fat Santa movie
Yeah.
and some
I don't
other
think
shit.
that made a lot.
But the money he made in the past, I assumed he bought like multiple real estate and shit. You know,
People make bad investments. I think you overestimate how much some celebrities make.
and because
I
Also,
think
he
he's-
puts a lot of money into these movies.
I think he still has a ton of money.
because this is the most amount of work. This is more work than doing a movie for him, right?
And you're, putting yourself out there in a very vulnerable position
Yeah.
where some people don't like you, dude, and they might get in line and
Yeah, I mean, you said the N word, you said anti-Semitic
Yeah.
stuff, like
you said the worst thing.
There's a lot of people that-
is $425 million not enough?
that's his net worth.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
I thought this. I like the guy. Like I think during
People
his,
want to be liked too, though.
But during his, I think
He's a narcissist.
I think Sam nailed it. I think this is a guy that can't take it that people don't like him.
he's got new teeth now. He doesn't
Yeah, he
have
does
the
have-
old brownos
He does.
anymore.
Yeah, I
It's a
went
shame.
to I
we
went
got
to the
big
website to see
old
the yellows.
Biden's-
Big old bright whites.
Something. Yeah. And he's got a kind of a beard. Like
Yeah.
he's got like a big tight beard, and he's getting that like old men's hair starts to get cotton bally.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets like curly twisty poof.
yeah, like a perm kind of.
It like thins out, but then it curls like
yeah.
like I don't even know what that
so
is.
he has hair, but you can see
See
himself.
through it.
You can see right through it.
So
Yeah.
you're like, I see, it's like ghost hair.
Yeah.
Where it's like your hair's there
Yeah.
and it's covering your whole head, but I see
And there's a
your,
lot of it.
Yeah.
I see your
like a
bald
cloud.
cap.
Yeah, there's a
so it's-
lot of it, but
it's
collectively,
hovering.
if I were to shave your head and take all of your hair, I could smush it into the size of the head of a pen.
Yeah.
Because
The
it's
cotton
there's no
candy.
density to it.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
nothing to
Yeah.
it, you know?
So it's like Mel Gibson with unlimited money if the
Yeah.
if the
He doesn't
internet's
need
right.
to do this.
You're traveling to Orlando to then stand at a booth and have people pay to get pictures with you and ask you uncomfortable shit.
Yeah.
Like for hours, right?
Yeah.
And then you go on some panel and then you talk about some shit. You know, it's like,
Yeah, well,
it seems, why would you do it?
But he's got an army of people that like kind of support support the way he thinks now, right? Like, so
Yeah.
he's been very vocal on Twitter about our current administration and like saying like really wackanut things that I'd think I can speak for most people that are on either side and be like, I just want you to do great fucking movies and be like, hey, Lethal Weapon me again, brah. I don't care what you do. Like, the same thing with Jack Black. That's why people hate Jack Black now. It's like, just fucking.
What do they hate Jack Black for?
He's getting strays from, I think, a lot of it from the Kyle Gass, don't miss Trump next time shit. And
yeah,
Some
but
Zionist
that's
shit.
understandable. Don't people know that like Jack Black works with gigantic billion-dollar production companies, and then when your musical partner says some shit,
No, I
that
get it.
is-
No. They
No.
don't. That's the problem. Is most people don't think business like that. They think, how could you do that to your friend?
yeah, like you're a
They
sellout.
make it very yes. You're a sellout. That's supposed to be your partner, your friend. You care more
Yeah.
about money and making movies than you do your friend.
yeah, but
You have no integrity.
well, then but I would say the same thing about Kyle Gass. It's like you've been a celebrity long enough to know that if you say some shit on stage that is polarizing, it's going to be filmed, and then it could.
no, I agree with you.
It could hurt your PR.
You're right.
And hurt business. Like that's with every celebrity.
Sure, but I think their point is that have balls to do it if it's something you believe in, right? And that they're saying that Jack Black has no integrity. And that he's,
Yeah,
he would make jokes about everything else. Why is this one thing something you can't make jokes about?
And the
That kind
timing
thing.
of a lot of things, like he called off the Tenacious D tour, but then he was still doing press for all these big movies he was doing.
Yes,
Yeah.
So I'm not saying
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is what he did. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
No,
but when I
yeah.
look at it, to people that
I
don't.
see why people got mad.
Yeah, people aren't businessy. They're like, well, you turned your back on this guy. You're still doing like fucking Jumanji 5,
yeah,
know,
but
whatever.
that's unfair.
What
No,
if,
it is
what
unfair.
if Dan
It is
made a
unfair.
joke that was somehow very offensive and you also thought you were offended by it, which I don't know how that would happen, but let's just make believe here.
Happens every
and
day.
you
Happens every
decided
day.
to end the podcast
Well,
because of a personal belief, and you decided because of his joke you were no longer going to do the show with him, because that's what he did. He said he's no longer going to do this tour with him,
Yeah,
right?
They ended the tour
And then
in Australia.
People would probably be mad at you about that decision.
For not getting my back. Yeah, I would agree
now
with that.
the only so if we were doing the show and let's say I'm a huge on the radio somewhere else and that's my main gig, getting
Yes,
paid
okay,
by
yeah.
giant iHeart is paying
Relying
me
on- yeah.
millions, and then I got a bunch of sponsors paying me millions, and I'm still doing the podcast on the side. This is essentially what Tenacious D was doing. And then Daniel says something on the show, and then gets so much heat
Yeah.
that all my billion-dollar corporations like, dude, you gotta you gotta distance yourself
Yeah.
from this dude. Well, of course I'm gonna distance myself.
but hold
this
on.
is my
But-
career.
But hold
You
on.
said it.
But of course.
But don't you have enough money as Jack Black to not have to do that?
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they're
but it's
both
like
but they're both of courses. Hold on a second. Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying, of course I would do that. Yes, and of course the people that aren't business minded like you are gonna say this
Yes.
guy turned his back on.
And
Dan.
I would expect them to
Yeah.
as well. So two things can be true.
Yes.
You know, it's
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
One, I would expect like all the super fans of Tenacious D or Tom and Dan would be like, oh, Tom's a fucking sellout, whatever.
Right.
And then, and in my case, I'd be like, hey, this is my job. This is my career. You know, it's like Daniel said this. He's getting a lot of heat. Like behind the scenes, maybe they had an agreement, and like if
but
Daniel's
he-
like, I know what you have to do, dude, and then I'm like, I have to do this because it's got to be
That probably
public-
happened. The
you know.
other thing that we're not really adding to this too that is important to say here is that Jack also went out and did like an apology and said he was blindsided by it. But when you watch the video and Kyle's doing the joke, he's laughing along with it. So people started
Yeah.
internet detecting it, and I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's even lying about that. I don't know. I'm not Jack Black. I wasn't there. I wasn't in
Yeah.
the moment. But I can see where people look at that and be like, this is bullshit.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
think
but-
a lot of people are calling people on just bullshit.
Yeah,
Like, I
people
think-
are holding celebrities a little more accountable than they ever have before.
But you know what this like going back to everything's videotaped. It
Oh,
is a
yeah.
sad
It's
state.
perfect of that. Yes.
It's a sad state because I was even telling Daniel, I was like, there is no time now if you are an entertainer on stage and there are thousands of people around, you're being videotaped. As long as you can be seen, someone's videotaping. Nothing can happen on stage that is going to go unvideotaped.
There's no innocent mistake.
Yeah,
anymore.
like there's
No.
no, like and so I mean this. Remember when Fat Mike from NoFX started doing jokes about the Las Vegas
Yeah.
shooting? on stage at
Yeah.
a concert,
Yeah.
and people like outrage, and he had to do an apology, and that
He got
hurt
canceled
business.
from Punk and Drublic.
Yeah, there was a
They took
you
him
know,
off the lineup.
and that was one of the kind of first things was like a punk rocker bullshitting, saying inappropriate shit on stage. Someone filmed it, that it gets put out of context. Because he's been saying crazy and
Oh no, that
shit
wasn't
as a-
even.
you
There's
know,
a there's
no
a,
one, but it gets out, and now it's like that statement is out on the internet.
There's
and
a
that's
video I
everywhere.
could show you that even shows the worst stuff that he said. Like there's like it's like every year they show like 10 examples per year of the worst stuff that he said up to that point of the video, and then they show that. It's kind of like, well, he's been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah.
But all it takes is one, right?
Yeah.
Or the technology changes and you don't.
Just
And society changes.
yeah.
Correct.
And the right viral video gets out and then gets spread around. Who knows why it became popular? It hits the news, and then all of a sudden. But we have such a fast news cycle. I'm sure the celebrities are all aware that
They probably like it quicker.
hey, we
yeah.
we have to hunker down for 2 weeks, and maybe do a kind of apology, but just let it go away.
Yeah.
And it'll go away, and then
It will.
we'll be fine. Which that shit went away, and it all goes away eventually. I mean, fucking
Mel Gibson's
Mel
back.
Gibson, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Daniel
Yeah.
played.
Yeah,
I
bring
didn't
it back
even-
around.
I didn't.
We didn't realize he like in our.
I knew the anti-Semitic stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't realize he said the N-word.
Yeah, because we went back and I was like, man, I want to revisit this. This is like last week, and we put it on the show or like a couple weeks ago, and we played it, and I'm like, oh my god, like burn my goddamn nostril hairs.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of that.
There's quite a few.
Yeah,
There's
he
quite a
is.
few.
That guy's wild.
So
I do love a good hidden audio. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
People are a lot more cognizant about being recorded and what emails they send.
Yeah.
So watch what you send to Butler. T. Butler 81 at Hotmail.
Yeah, if you want to buy it,
know.
we're trying to get 600.
I that is funny because we're at the age where, especially like Daniel worked. Well, I mean,
Oh, here he goes.
It doesn't hurt me. I mean, I am very old. I feel it. These hips. Oh my god.
Daniel was
Hips don't lie.
in radio pre-email, where you
All snail mail?
we used to
No,
get
you
shit
had a
in your box.
Like,
Oh.
you would have a box and you'd print things out, and then if you had like new copy, they'd come down the hall and they'd have some sheets and they'd put it in your box. We had just been gifted email accounts, but they were not to be fucked around with. You had an email account, that's for fucking serious shit. Like, you got an email, you better be important.
Those boxes were still there when I started my internship
still
in
there now,
radio.
They're still there now.
Yeah, but it's and then so you're like, oh, email. So we were there when email started, and so we were like, oh, you can send whatever you want or whatever. And then all this, and you're like, oh, they have the ability to read this. This stays somewhere forever.
I
you
was
know?
like, oh, you mean the email I sent to my ex-girlfriend Jenna threatening to expose that she had cheated on me on the Monsters and talk about her using her full name? Got back to Linda Bird, and I got called into her office with the proof of the email, and she printed it out. Oh, wow, this is amazing.
And then also searching the internet. I remember there was a time where we all thought like no one could know what you searched on the internet.
I've
like
always,
I remember
I've
searching
always been
stuff.
very careful of that.
Have you? Like,
yeah. Well, we know yours.
no, it's just like
Oh, God.
it never dawned on me when I first got access to the internet. Like, oh, there's a record of all these searches and
Sure.
stuff like. And then now through like murder cases and shit, you're like, oh. Anything you search, they go back and like, hey, you searched how to kill your wife and how to how to dispose of a body.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Here's a fun
And then
fact.
your wife died mysteriously 2 days later.
If I go to a Best Buy and I'm walking through the laptops, I always search how to kill your wife.
Oh, my
just to
God.
fuck around. Like, I go there and I'm like, how to kill your wife, how to bleach bones. Yeah, right? I'm like, how to bleach bones, like how to remove your own fingerprints.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a funny prank to do to your friend. On just grab his phone and just start searching shit on the internet.
Oh yeah. I used to do that to Andrea.
I think Butler did, then he got fired.
Yeah. I'd go to Andrea's computer. I type in lemonparty.com. It'd be two old men fucking each other.
Let's end with this.
boy.
Richard put a BDM post about. He's like, does anybody use the slick side of a towel to
Excuse
dry
me?
themselves?
And you called this man a liar. Straight to my face.
No,
What
no.
does that mean?
Well, I was like,
Because towels have, every towel, bath towel, has a rough side and then it has a slick side.
so
Every towel.
I thought only beach towels had slick side, rough side, because my bath towels both have
No.
the dry, like the stereotypical fluffy, dry.
Every towel that I've ever used as a man has a fluff side that is very absorbent, and then the other side is like a
I think
different.
you got fancy towels.
No, I got the opposite of that.
That's cheap.
I'm a poor motherfucker. Like
Oh,
Andrea,
you got the cheapos.
I just this year got bath sheets. This year, my wife allowed me to get a towel that's as large as my body.
Oh.
This year, I was allowed to get bath sheets. Then she got me some shit ones from Costco, and I'm like, these are shit. They don't. They just push water around your body.
Yeah.
Like they're shit.
Yeah.
They're like they're made of plastic, or it's like wiping yourself down with a Ziploc bag.
I
or
think
something.
I got those.
Yeah, they're fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And then I've always used towels that have rust stains, bleach stains.
Yeah.
Every towel I've
Tears.
ever had has it's like people have used it to wipe their ass with it.
This goes back to the pillows. You're missing out on life.
I know.
Like a luxury, fluffy, nice bath towel.
The pillows you got me have changed my life.
That it's good on both sides.
You got me pillows for my birthday. They're fucking greatest
You
pillows
guys
ever. They're so great.
Are an old married couple
We are.
now.
He got me these pillows. I'll smooch his face with these pillows. Are so good. In fact, Maisie, these pillows are so good that Maisie asked for that for her birthday.
When did you become a good gift
He's
giver?
the best gift giver. He gives
I
you the
saw
greatest
Tracy's
stuff.
got some kind of jersey for
Oh, yeah,
quarterback.
custom
I'm like, where
jersey.
was my fucking jersey when I worked
when
here?
you left, he got the inspired. He
Yeah,
said.
now he's got the best gifts ever.
You got old Tom. Daniel realized.
Yeah.
Well, wait,
There's
New
Old
Testament.
Testament. There's Old Testament Tom and New Testament Tom.
What's New Testament
He's
Tom?
fun as fuck. This guy, New Testament Tom is just
well,
a
no,
party.
I'm a good gift giver.
Yeah.
I'm into
How'd that
exercise
happen?
every day.
Him flying a clitoris.
Yeah.
This guy.
I just
New Tom kills it.
I say that no one can change, and then I got mad. I'm like, I can change.
You got so mad you forced yourself. Just to prove.
He changed everything. In one day, he changed
Yeah,
everything.
because I started screaming, no one will ever change, and then I was like, wait a minute, that means I
No
can't
one can
change.
change but me.
And I can do anything.
Yeah.
He said, if
I'm
no
the
one
only one strong enough to change.
Yeah, he's like, if no one can change, then that means that I can't change, and I tell everybody that I can do anything in 2 weeks.
Bingo, bingo, bongo.
Yeah, then I'll change, and then I disprove my whole theory to begin with. That makes me mad though.
Just stop talking. You just gotta stop. So
Anyway.
what? Bath towels? Do you use bath sheets? Are you a bath sheet person?
I mean, I don't have like a full set of towels. It's also just me and Travis. So
Mismatch.
it's
That's
just
what I
like
got.
we have a couple of here and there, a couple blue ones, a couple white
That's
ones.
what I got.
You don't have all of the same
No.
color.
You have all the same. I've seen your shit. Your house got. You
And
got
I don't
the
think
good
I
stuff.
have a slick side. I'm not really
You
sure
got
I
the good stuff.
understand.
Well, Crystal displays all the same ones like we're super fancy. She rolls them up, and we have this
look
like
great.
decorative thing in our bathroom that has all rolled up white towels
Okay.
Looks like
that
a-
we never use.
But it looks cool.
And we only use the mishmash of towels that we have hidden in a closet. That is just
Yeah.
a stack. It looks like a fucking stack of T-shirts, all different.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that's
then
what
we use
got.
those, and then I always want to use. And when I use the nice ones that are fluffy, that are rolled, Crystal yells at me. She's like, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we have to wash these
Well,
now."
at least I always go for the black ones because I like to get in there with a finger on my hemorrhoids
No,
and
no,
just
come on.
scratch it good.
you got black towels?
Yeah,
Huh.
so I can scratch my hemorrhoids.
Come on.
Yeah, there are gonna be people right now going, "All right, Dad, I feel you, man. I'm just like you."
You're getting
Alright.
that just like you emails
Oh
now?
yeah, I've been
Okay.
getting a lot of just like you, Dad. I scratch my hemorrhoids in my black towels.
So let's get out of here.
They're gonna
Sam,
be out there. Hey, thanks for coming in
Alright.
today, man.
Thanks for having me.
Semantics. You heard about this one. You can find
Celebrating
it everywhere.
8 years of semantics on February 23rd out at Rock Pit Brewing and Distilling if you want to come hang out with us.
Oh, you ate one too.
8 years.
8 fucking years.
Now you can't quit. You have to get to 10.
No, I'm about to sell all the equipment.
Are you
Selling
really?
my
No, you
dreams.
gotta
Don't
get to
say
10.
Don't say that.
I'm going to quit right before 10.
Ooh,
I'm going to
called
quit
the
at 9.
repo. Oh, the 275 repo.
In 4
Doing
years,
it.
we're gonna do a 20-year of
Yeah. What should
AMT.
we do? What do you think?
Ooh.
You know we're rebranding. We're changing the
Really?
name of the yeah, it's just Tom and everything's Tom and Dan now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, except for the mediocre
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
we
we'll
gotta
leave it
stay.
that.
Yeah, until we get to 20.
Yeah.
Then we'll rebrand that too. But I don't know what we're gonna do for 20. Although now that I've said like, oh, we're gonna get to 20, we'll never make it. There's
Why
no
don't we
way.
jack off a dolphin?
Yeah, yeah. Not
We're-
after this show.
I think you could jack off any animal as long as they stay there and they seem like they like it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. You
I
can't,
mean,
like,
people are
you can't
saying-
hold it down and jack it off.
I saw the comments and people were like, "This is horrible animal abuse" or whatever. I'm like, is it?
I don't think it is.
It's, like,
I don't think it is. Like if you hold a bear down and eat its pussy.
yeah.
If you hold
Did
a,
you see the video
you're
of
giving
the lady that worked at a facility where she was twerking on top of the head of some
Okay, Andrea and I got to fight about this
You-
because
oh.
Andrea said it was disrespectful, and I go, that special needs person got the time of his life
And that's her argument.
getting twerked on. Like
Hold
it
on,
was
what?
twerking
You didn't finish.
Oh,
I don't know
sorry.
what it is.
So there's a video. I can't remember exactly where she worked, but she worked in some type of living facility for people that with disabilities, and she made a TikTok crouching on top of their heads and like twerking, and then posted it to the internet.
What did the people with disabilities, were they enjoying
They
themselves?
were just kind of sitting in their wheelchair.
Okay, were they like out of it? Like Terry Schiavo kind of
I
like
didn't
don't
see
know
the
what's
video.
going on?
I don't think we've seen the video.
No, I've seen
Have you
it.
seen it?
But it's like kind of from a distance, and there's music playing, so it's like, I mean, she claims that they were having a good time. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I just feel like you should interview the special needs person, and if they were like, I enjoyed the twerk, then you're like, dismiss. Right?
Well-
Let's use common sense here.
although she should have looked around and noticed that someone was videoing her.
She was videoing herself.
No, she was videoing
It was
herself.
a TikTok.
This was
Oh.
not. This
She was
not as-
dancing to.
Yeah,
to
this
posing.
is not like Jelly Roll
No.
eating his
So-
booger.
She did this on purpose.
She did this on purpose
Yes.
and put it out.
Yes,
and-
correct.
Yeah.
Like,
At her
look,
job.
like,
At
look
her
what I-
job.
Yeah, that's not her.
Yeah.
It is, but I'm just saying, if the person enjoyed it,
You're right, but she should have assumed how people would have perceived the twerking on a.
so this is what
Mentally
you're
disabled
saying. What
person.
Andrea said, and this is what I said. I
Uh.
said I think it's too like. What if you just sent her home for 2 weeks? Should she lose her job because she was making the special needs guy the happiest he's ever been? Should she lose her job?
Was she
Or am
twerk?
I being too lenient? Maybe we just don't need those type of people.
Like, remember when Miley Cyrus twerked
Oh, I do
on
like that. I go back and watch
Robin
that
Thicke,
video.
and then you
he had a boner. He
And-
had a Beetlejuice boner, right? Wasn't he dressed like Beetlejuice?
Yeah. And then she twerked on his actual genitals, right?
Yeah.
But she was twerking on these people's faces.
Like
Which
on their heads.
yeah, which I feel like is more of a disrespectful twerk than on the genitals. Genitals are more of a sexual twerk, right?
I'm going to agree with you on that. You know,
I mean, the
I'm gonna agree
head
with
and
it.
face can be sexual.
It
Yeah,
can.
I like it when my wife puts her, puts it on my face.
Sit on it.
Yeah, I like to be. I like it when she like tries to kill me with it.
I don't like the sit on the face thing.
I do.
I'm not a-
I
I'm
like
not
it
a
when
face
my
sitter.
I like when my wife holds me down to the point where I was turning purple on the slap on the bed. I'm like, give me a breath. Give me a breath. I love it. I love it. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Oh, all right.
But then sometimes I poop.
All right, Sam. Thank you for coming
Jesus
by.
Christ.
Appreciate you being
I
here.
hope this helps your future careers.
We're just gonna entitle this show "Audio Resume."
Yeah. Thank
and
you.
Again, semantics. And,
Oh, we have a caller.
Oh, who's this?
Thanks for calling.
Sell your dreams.
Yep, go ahead. You have the line.
I'm not going to tell you my dreams. That's worthless. Was today's show a repeat?
What do
Yeah,
you-
today's show was a repeat.
What do you mean? We've talked about all this before?
You totally talked about the dolphin thing. Both dolphins killing themselves and dolphin jack off, whatever.
Really?
Yes.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I did see someone say Dan
Yeah,
Cummins
well,
did
guess
an
what?
episode.
We've gotten your stupid phone calls before, too. So fuck you.
Hold on. I never remember. I have no recollection of this story
Yeah,
whatsoever.
me neither.
When I saw it, it was like reading it for the first time.
Dementia.
Like in maybe the shows from when Crystal was pregnant with Max, you guys totally
Oh my
talked
God.
about this.
Wow, that's a. How do you
we gotta-
remember that?
Now we got to start over. Fuck.
What was
Can
it?
you
9
stay-
years ago?
Can you stay a little longer?
Yeah, I'm working through the past catalog multiple times over while I do yard work.
Okay.
I got a lot of yard work.
So,
So I just heard it this week, so it's like, oh my God, repeat.
That was a
You
decade
guys.
ago.
Yeah.
I can't remember that.
yeah, sorry, it was about
Well,
that.
this-
Max
I
was
don't-
not-
Honestly, I probably blacked it out because it was
Well,
a terrible story.
Here's the thing. This is the newer version. So just go with this one, okay?
sorry
You know
about
we
that.
do the same 12 topics. How dare you?
Yeah.
I did not realize we had talked about this exact story before.
And no one would have known if he hadn't have called. God damn it.
Well, I'm sure there's others that remember us talking
yeah,
about
but they
this.
weren't saying anything about it.
They are now. They're like, yes,
I
they
know.
definitely talked
No,
about it.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Had
where were
he
you guys
not-
then?
Had he not called, we would have
That's
been able
right.
to get away with it.
Yeah.
That
But
does scare me a little
I
bit.
feel like
of
Scooby-Doo.
We have dementia for sure.
No, it's just the marijuana.
Well, also, we talk for years, like hours a day for years. You're going to forget every single thing you've talked about.
Yeah, I
Like
guess.
just like when you watch a movie, if you
What if
watch
you
a
don't
bunch of
care?
movies, you're gonna forget.
What if you don't care if we've talked about it before? That's how I'm kind of taking this.
No, I do, because if it's the exact same story, we're just rehashing it.
No,
and,
we
but
do
we
that all the
said-
time.
but we
You
said
say radio
different-
fucking stories
But
every
we
show.
said different things.
yeah. It'd be. We should find the when we talked about it. I hope it's exactly.
Oh, play it back to back. Yes.
And then somehow Butler called it.
No, the only way that would make it better is if you play it and then lay the other one on top of it to play exactly at the same time.
Oh shit.
It's a different timeline, guys.
All right.
There's a better timeline back then.
This is like the
We're in the
time
bad
that
one
I
now.
made a Sky Rizzy joke, and then literally an hour later, you made a Sky Rizzy joke, and we looked at each other like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah.
It happens. It's just gonna
It's all
happen
been
sometimes.
done. You know.
I guess so. I
Yep.
just
Bare naked
it's-
ladies.
I guess after a certain amount of time, it's been
all the
16,
same
17
shit.
years.
Yeah. Are
something.
you gonna make it to 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
Probably
20,
not at this
on
point.
20 years, you got to talk about Peter the Dolphin again.
I think on the 20-year
Yeah.
anniversary.
Bring a dolphin to your 20-year anniversary party.
Yeah. So this is. What do you think? You have like dementia or something now? Are you worried about your own?
No. I'm just worried about getting to 20 years. If I'm starting to recycle the same shit and forgetting what, because that's not
I mean,
interesting.
I
This
feel like
guy,
I feel like the Peter the Dolphin thing. It's one. It's one. You know.
yeah, but there's been others.
Oh, there's definitely been others.
There have been others.
They're probably getting more and
Hey,
more.
you're on.
It's like you and your grandma. You're like, God damn, she forgot me last week.
Aw.
You're going to be on Cabin Boys podcast talking about a movie that you never talk about. Why don't you plug that?
Well, I don't know when they're going to air it, but I'm going on Who's the Baddie
Yeah.
tomorrow
Yeah.
and talking about Shawshank Redemption.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
So-
Daniel did Coco.
Blake Lively says she laughed through that entire film.
So really?
You can't.
Well,
In another interview. I'm telling you, she's bad at interviewing.
I did think of like 4 or 5 things that are hilarious though.
Okay.
But I don't think Blake Lively was laughing because of these things.
Probably not.
No.
But anyway,
Okay.
We'll get out of here.
so yeah, it'll probably be up a couple weeks.
Yeah, it
in.
usually comes up in a couple of weeks. But go there, like and subscribe. I don't think I'm the latest one. I think they just released a new one. But it's a great show. Crespo and Cabin Boy Matt do a great job.
Does he still go by Cowboy Matt on the podcast?
No,
No,
but
yeah,
our
sure.
listeners know I meant.
yeah.
'Cause we
we gotta
still
What does he
call
go
him
by
that.
on the show? Just
Just
Matt?
Matt.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
then I said Cabin Boy Matt.
Yeah.
Like
Everyone
right-
knows.
Like right
Yeah.
after he said it, I mean, you mean Cabin Boy Matt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta differentiate. It's like,
Yeah.
who's this Mac guy? Oh,
That's the
yeah,
same when I
yeah.
say Tom, and everyone's like, "You mean Drunky the Bear?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yes, I
yeah,
yes, I do."
And I
Yes,
just
I do
say,
mean that.
all I have to say is Gape Toberfest.
Yeah.
And we're in.
All right. We will see you on Monday.